Suzanne, she's constantly looking to join in and help where she can, and Rob's the same way. So I think it's only fitting that they would be honored, absolutely.
Why do they do this? They are just very loving and giving people. They want to give back to other parishioners and anybody else that they can help. They love St. Agnes.
They are everything that St. Agnes stands for. They're all about the church, they're all about their family, they're all about doing the right thing, they're all about being Christian. Especially in the face of adversity, that's when they shine the most.
This is who you look for to emulate. And I think in today's society, it's very hard to find that role model, and those two are the perfect examples of that. No one is more worthy of this honor than Suzanne and Rob.
Suzanne was the fourth out of 6, the only girl, and we were just thrilled when she came into the world. She was the teacher to the 2 younger ones at a very early age. She was always playing school, and she was the teacher. You need to sit, you need to do, you write this. She was a director at a very, very early age. There were a few tears, like I don't want to play anymore.
I kind of say she ran the lower half of the family.
It wasn't very easy for her being the only girl out of, with 5 brothers. Yeah, she did all right. She could handle her own. She was tough.
There was one rose amongst thorns, and thank God Suzanne's tall and could handle her brothers, because they definitely didn't treat her with kid gloves. Her toughness comes from that upbringing.
Being the only girl of 5 brothers wasn't always the easiest thing, but it was always fun.
Family was very big growing up. You couldn't swing a dead cat in that town without hitting a Murphy or Gallagher cousin.
We had a fire in our house when we were younger. We all got distributed out to all the cousins, okay? And I think we had 46 cousins on my mother's side alone. All lived in our town and went to St. Agnes. We had the chicken pox and started to spread it to all the different families, and almost caused an absolute shutdown of St. Agnes for chicken pox epidemic. We were like all a bunch of typhoid Marys, and next thing you know, calamine lotion was running dry at St. James Pharmacy, and itchy kids and irascible kids. But a family is more than numbers. A family is what you go through together and how you pick each other up through it.
I'm from a family of 10, so walking into a large family was a little easier for me than I think it might have been for some.
When they first started dating, they were going to Manhattan College.
When Suzanne came home from college with Rob, right away, he won our hearts from the beginning. He was just very caring. He also gave her rides home from college, which was great.
Suzanne needed to go home on a Sunday, and she's like, don't worry, no one's ever at the house on Sunday. We'll run in, we'll run back out. It'll be a really nice and quick trip to walk in. Everybody's there. More people are walking in the door. I ended up meeting everybody.
Did you meet my father that day?
Well, I'm still here, so probably not.
Rob did have to grow up very quickly. His mother had passed in sophomore year, and then in his junior year, his father had passed. The youngest in the family was 12, and that Rob spent his weekends up back at the house making sure that they were driven to school or to practices or games.
Faith was really important growing up. My parents worked really hard to instill it, to make sure everybody practiced our faith, and being part of the Catholic community up in White Plains was a big part of it.
Faith is a big part of their lives and always has been, and you know, they are very involved in the church and Eucharistic ministers, the choir.
Funds for people from Rockaway, CYO, swimming, girls basketball. It's hard to just enumerate everything that they've done, but they've done it and they still continue to do it. Suzanne is always a joiner. She found her soulmate in Rob, and they just don't get any better than Rob.
I consider myself truly blessed to have found Suzanne and to have 3 of the most wonderful children in the world. I enjoy watching them grow academically, in sports, but also in their faith.
Our 3 children, Robert, Caitlin, and Patrick, mean the world to us.
You see them participating actively in the masses, in the parish community. Patrick loves Hospitality Sundays, so
Free bagels.
Yeah, free bagels, you can't go wrong with that. So that's one of the nicest things to see.
through them, you see what's really important in life. Material things aren't all important. What's important is your family, your health. When your health is not where you wish it would be, you start to appreciate your family so much more. And why you fight and why you get up in the morning and why you do things is for your children. What I want to say is how inspiring even Rob is with the challenges that he's going through, and how he really does rely on his faith, and how his faith has been bringing him here, almost 5 years after being diagnosed. And I think that, and I know I get inspired by him every day, and I think he probably has been an inspiration to other people as well. So I think that that's something that I wanted to share.
It's not something that defines them because they were good people beforehand, but it's one of those situations where you really get to see the mettle of a person when they are faced with the ultimate test in life.
They just keep digging. They just find a way of pushing each other, and the love that they have between them really bonds them to take whatever they have coming down the pike.
That personality, that I'm going to give and give and give, and never ever once do either one of them expect anything in return.
Am I jealous? I don't think I'd be jealous. Isn't that breaking a commandment if I was? They really lead by example, how strong their faith is, and how having that faith they can help the community and help everybody else within or outside of the parish.
Suzanne does not like to be honored. Suzanne is a worker. She'll participate in whatever she's needed in, but this is not something she would say she deserves, but I say she deserves.
The family moved out in 1929. We lived through the various events of the parish and the growth of the parish and the church, the new churches. And we're still here, and my family is still here, and I hope my grandchildren will still be here. And to this day, Suzanne and Rob are being honored, and that sort of fulfills the whole history.
Rob and Suzanne have personally helped me with my faith and how important it is to have that foundation, because life's going to be tough. We're all just very honored as a family that Suzanne and Rob would be recognized for this, because they really have taken the reins as far as from the family, from a community standpoint here in Rockville Center, not only with the church, but anything. They participate in so many ways. Suzanne and Rob just do it a little better than the rest of us.
When they approached us about being honored, our initial response was, no thank you. We feel like we're not worthy, we're just doing what we do, but we're humbled, we're grateful, we're very appreciative of this honor. I still don't feel as we're worthy of it, but we really are very thankful, and we feel very blessed to be part of this parish.
It is wonderful to be honored. You always see yourself as unworthy for something like this, but we enjoy working with the parish. We enjoy what we do, helping out where we can, and if anything, if it can serve as an example for more people to help out, more people to get involved with the parish, that'd be great.